blitz now. 1st and 10. Big Derek Brown making the stop. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball and pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school smash mouth football. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Robinson up in middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Heineke into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. And Corral will throw it. His throw incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Corral throwing forward on 4th. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Well, it doesn't take a whole lot of investigation to figure out why they're still sitting at 0 on the scoreboard, because their quarterback's got to wake up and start reading defense a heck of a lot better after throwing his 2nd interception.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Corral. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But, listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
Going for it on 4th down. Corral. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Corral on 1st down. Forced out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Now a throw here to his running back. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right. And after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, it's Corral. Steps away to his left. For Marshall, that's complete. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Here's Corral on 1st down. Being chased out left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! DJ Moore, 52 yards. And the Panthers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. The Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll try to throw now. Heineke dancing to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Heineke. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Heineke. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been a second, but instead it's 4th down. And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fourth down, Heineke. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at half.
Corral lost it. The ball is out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And he is going to bring this one back to the house. It's a Commanders touchdown on the scoop and score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 3rd down, here's Corral. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much. Getting outside of the pocket. And it results in a sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He winds up losing a yard. It's 2nd down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Heineke. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zone.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Heineke on 1st down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Amari Barno able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Final minute now of the third quarter. Throwing on second and long. Heineke under pressure, and they got to him again. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is. And now here is another interception. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Fakes the handoff here. Corral. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and 11 now. Corral under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
3rd and long, Corral. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. 4th down, Corral looking to throw it. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Heineke now. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down and an exhale there as they convert on 4th. On the give, here's Robinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Handoff now to Robinson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Brian Robinson Jr. 22 yards. And the Commanders have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They'll look to throw. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been two after they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. A lot of people look at them going for it on fourth down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
The first down throw here for Corral. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Corral sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll run a draw now with Hubbard. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. Corral to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
4th down, here's Corral. Flushed out right. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, let's face it, Brandon. They're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen. And if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 35, 2nd down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the offense is going to get this ball back. So no turnover at the final gun. And this game is over. Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.
Yeah. So that style not for you, but it's for me.
Greenfield's finest. Boss.
Yeah.
DJ Drama.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take the dash all wood. 10 payments, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Side through the lot of the starstruck. Hop in the ride and we took in the truck, couple in the truck, and they all. They might say what's up when they see me around the city, but really no reason to talk much. Dinner a nice guy, but no nice guys here. I'm toe tagging, no Bilbo Baggins, y'all coming up short. Take a recess. This a heat check. Yeah. Shorty let me quick as a clear with a pre-check. It's lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Seen it myself for years. The vision is mine alone. Just me, myself, no peers. Yeah. I don't know who hyping them boys. I'm done giving life for the noise. I give you my life in the source. I don't even write anymore. Yeah. Get it and drove like it's whipping a stove. That break hard like habits. No days off, no Sabbath. No snakes in my yard, no rabbits. Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan. I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real. Let's explore the moment. Ain't outside there agoraphobic. If you see me live, you would know it. Jumping on my do aerobics, boss like P90X. Boss like we write the checks now. Floss like we like the flex. Bust down, bust down, bust down. AMG, no bust now. Amiri jeans, SB dunks with a Fiends T, no button down. Respectfully, blasphemy, you don't round if you wanna. Round if you wanna. So lifestyle not for you, but it's for me. Bossy.
Bars, I'ma go without the ad-libs. In the booth and I like proof and I don't understand what got into me. Got a couple of truths that I bust out the roof if I'm ready to ride on my enemy. And you rappers just stole my identity, and I really know why you ain't feeling me. With Tiffany, and they restore my agility. And I'm never rehearsing, I'm making them verses like Swizzy and Timothy. Never provoke with the go, cause I want all the smoke, you can call me a chimney. And I really want, but I settle for, I just aim it better the Whittles peak. Aim at your head when I kill a beat. Spaghetti and shells like Italy.
Never let a wishbone grow where a backbone should. Belly been take it, a dash all wood. 10 payment, the back end good. Got sense, but they act no good. Send the same money to Sudan, I could probably take the hood for a year or two. Stuck between stunting and a miracle. For real.
Alright, now close your eyes. Think about your wildest dreams. You ready? And you still couldn't do this.
Gangsta Brazil. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 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 I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP. Can I make a scene like a movie, feeling big, keep it juicy before we start getting unruly. I've been hooping like a hoolie, keep it coolie before I stuff you in a locker like a bully. Like a bully. Put in the work, you can see my fingernail dirt. I'm the last one to leave, even when I come first. And you might want it bad, but I'm sure I want it worse. I'ma do it cause I love it, I'ma love it till it hurts. What's the worst that can happen, Captain? I'm strapped in, no I'm not crazy, I'm just tapped in. Hungry like a bastard, I'm about that action, no slacking. Well I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, cause here come the pain. No one to call up for help, no one to blame but yourself. You should've known better, however you did it, so we had to come ring your bell. Like I need a ward, wait until I score, make it rain till it pour. I'm a dog on force, put in work like a chore till I'm underneath the floor, in the trenches like a war. If they wanna give them more, when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. 4th down, 4 yards, put it all on the line. I am not worried cause it is our time. I hear the crowd in the background, man, they just wanna see me shine. For the hell of it, it's irrelevant. You lacking the intelligence to make it make sense. We gon' manifest whatever we came to get. That's a little money and a trophy and nothing they gon' respect. We don't care who the best, we don't worry who was next. We gon' put them boys to rest like a 10 feet of bed. I'm ahead of the rest like I came without a net. They gon' say it under breath, I'ma say it with my chest. I got it wrapped like a toga, put the whole team on my shoulders. Hold up, wait these boys. Talking all Aki, think he big poppy, then I'll chop him down like karate. I see none of Nobody you here can stop me. It's obvious, you're too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky, leave his eyes all glossy, but in the end zone is where you can spot when I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
To the lid, 800 eat. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. Never lied in my rhymes, you can go ask Jennifer. That's my mom's name. I create and find change. My mind frame ensures that forever I'll reign.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Carolina Panthers and the Washington Commanders. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from FedEx Field. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Given 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, Robinson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a foot It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Play action here. Corral rolling to his right. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Corral from 17 yards out. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Robinson with another carry. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about it.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Corral sets up play action. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Jonathan Allen coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9. And nowhere to hide on that play.
No, there was not, because every exit door, that was surrounded. And I think that was supposed to be a bootleg, but he had no chance to get outside the pocket and try and make a play.
3rd and long, here's Corral. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Corral with it on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Wentz. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On the counter, Gibson. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
And this will be incomplete. Both players with a shot at it that time, but neither coming away with it.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Now Heineke on 4th down. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Off play action. Here's Corral. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
4th down. Here's Corral. That's to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. On 1st down, it's Corral. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Off play action. Here's Corral. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A carry for Foreman. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers go up by 2 touchdowns. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, This too shall pass. This too shall pass. And finally, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
A second down throw for Heineke. Flush to his right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 39. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they'll work this down inside the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 16. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. To throw is Heineke. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard, maybe a touch less. Heineke to throw it. He'll buy some time right. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Corral under pressure, and down he goes. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up second down. They'll run with Foreman. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. First down. Here's Corral with it. He's going to look deep for more. And this one is incomplete.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
3rd down, Corral. And incomplete on the deep ball.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Going for it on 4th down, Corral. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Commanders are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he'll be taken out of bounds all the way down near the 35-yard line. 85 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Second down and a run by Robinson. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. They'll run here with Robinson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Robinson up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Commanders are back within a couple of the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. Now on 2nd and 13. Corral. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time has run out on this third quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he's going to get this down near the 25. Now Foreman. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Gets it quickly out to Mark. Oh, no, he lost the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
Foreman will take this one in. Touchdown, Carolina. So a heck of a drive right there with the game potentially hanging in the balance.
A very good drive, and now conversion to make it a 2-score game and a solid lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. A first down throw for Heineke. Again, he'll find Samuel for the completion. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. On 1st and 10, Heineke. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Corral sets up play action. He's going to look deep for more. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Foreman. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. They'll run for it. This is Foreman. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. On the play fake, Corral. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina. Laviska Shenault, 33 yards. And the Panthers have extended their lead to 15 now here in the 4th. Corral throwing for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. Now Heineke. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Throwing, Heineke. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And Thomas has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. All right, this is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Landover.
Told you I'd be ready. You always got excuses and you know I be on top of things. Punctual my proper name. On the dot is not your aim. Although we in love, we are not the same. I hit you on that celly. You said you needed 5, that was more than 12 ago. Claim you got your hands tied, time stuck like Velcro. Georgia Peach on east side like it's ATL. You lacking, you tripping, you slacking, impatient, be waiting, confused like what happened. You get attitude cause I'm getting mad, cause you wanna take 20 minutes and a half. And on top of that, I gotta get gas out of the freeway, pick up traffic. What the is you doing? We gotta dip. Cardi, yeah. Watch your tick. Waiting for that last minute for your hell. Now stop playing games, go and bring your downstairs. Come on, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting like time that you wasting like time that you wasting on my time. Come on, girl, let's go. Come on, girl, let's go. Girl, you know that time that you wasting like time that you wasting like time that you wasting on my time. Took me 20 to get ready. Yo. Shower moisturizer and the fit I had on yesterday. Uniform necessities, multiples of everything. Now your neighbor wanna come and speak to me like,
hey, how you doing? I ain't too bad.
The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Carolina Panthers. Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. He will return this from deep in the end zone, and he returns this to the 22. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith. From the 41, Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. The tackle by Matthew Ioannidis. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes going to throw. And hitting Juju on the slant. And he's brought down. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set at the 31-yard line. Play action, Corral. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Here's Corral on first down. And making the catch on the floater, that's Moore. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll go with Foreman, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. D'Onta Foreman taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Panthers are an extra point away from capturing the lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Screenplay, McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Defense was expecting run, and they're dealt a pass of over 15 yards. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a 1st-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the 1st down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Corral. Forced out to his left. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. They run again with Foreman, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Deontay Foreman with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Piñeiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Well, Mahomes finding his burner Hardman for the KC first.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as it...
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. On 2nd and 10, here's Corral. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now Corral. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Pinheiro's extra point up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. After the field goal, on to kick it away is Pinheiro. This taken in at the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes steps away to his left. This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Oh, and he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Corral to throw on 1st and 10. Going back to Marshall. He's got him again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a 1st down. Corral to throw once again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Trying to get the ball to his tight end in the center of the field where he runs a lot of his routes and ostensibly is extremely comfortable. He was hoping he'd find a seam and a big gainer to go along with it, but that one was incomplete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Corral escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Well, 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
He's going to look deep for more. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a... And now the rookie's free. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line.
62 yards on the play. First down, Chiefs.
43. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Edwards-Helaire will take this one in. It's a Chiefs touchdown. It's a very important first drive of the third quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
That's caught, and he'll get in, and they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper, and it's 2nd and 1. Corral sets up play action. They'll roll him out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, Corral. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now a handoff up the middle. Foreman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And Corral will throw it. That is caught by a diving Thomas. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The first down throw here for Corral. Watt, and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, number 1 on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third. That right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to... And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Smith picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over. So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now a give, right side. Foreman, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Corral looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. Able to complete this to Shenault. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Option play, Corral keeping it. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Matt Corral doing it himself from 9 yards out. And the Panthers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. And my goodness, another interception. Braylon Smith picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Corral, another throw on 2nd down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. Now Mahomes. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman, 27 yards. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Butker now to add the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good.
Panthers 42, Chiefs 21.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Taken from about the 12. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. He'll decide to keep this once more. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up third. Third and long. Corral. He's going to look deep for more. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And now here is another interception. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 43 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Option play, Corral keeping it. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game. Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. That one looks like he'll throw here. Being chased out left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And Corral will throw it. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Amari Barno picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as this defense